Dylan Kearns here, 1/4 of the Rough Cut Sportscast. We're back with another Sports Uncovered episode. Today's guest is Caleb Furst, power forward for Purdue University. We recap his pre-Purdue career in high school and also playing for Team USA in the FIBA World Cup in 2021 in Latvia. All that and more. A big man in the Big Ten with big dreams coming up next on Sports Uncovered.
Takes that you never hear. We in the press box, them other shows were never there. We on fire like one shot of Everclear. So tap in the Sports Uncovered every year. Okay.
You had Purdue looking at you back in middle school. What was it like being looked at by a D1 program before playing a high school game?
Yeah, it was crazy. So Purdue was actually like the first school that ever started recruiting me. And so I remember like way back, my first open gym was when Matt Painter came there, and I was like, wow, like, is this for real?
What did your parents think about that?
They really liked Matt Painter a lot because of the relationship that we were able to build because they were recruiting me so long. They were definitely on board with me, wanting to go to Purdue and wanted to be a part of that.
Roy Williams, Tom Izzo, many other big name coaches were in our high school gym. What was it like playing with them in attendance?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just kind of like a surreal experience. Kind of like I said earlier, just to stop and think and see, like, those are all the guys there, and they are all people I could potentially be playing for in the future.
So what thoughts crossed your mind? Like, if you made a big play, were you over there thinking, you worried about what they were trying to do, or whether they're critiquing you?
I tried not to for the most part, but it definitely snuck in at times. I was like, oh, okay, that's good. They'll probably like that. They might not like that so much, depending on, certain plays.
When did it click for you that you realized you were this good at basketball?
I was all right when I was younger, and then like as middle school came around, I started kind of just struggling. So I was like, oh man, I don't know. And then I feel like around my freshman year, I really started to feel like I was feeling comfortable in my own shoes. So I was like, okay, like I might have a chance to be able to play in college and stuff, which was exciting.
You played against a lot of great talent in high school, one being Keon Brooks Jr., who is now at Kentucky. What is it like knowing that you both start for top 10 teams in college basketball?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, and I think it helps speak to the level of competition and talent that there is in Fort Wayne, and just the amount of players that there are, and just the fact that Fort Wayne basketball can be pretty good.
Another great player you played against was Luke Goody, who's a freshman at Illinois. Who was the best player you played against in high school?
Yeah, Keon's definitely up there. Luke's up there. Fletcher, obviously, my future teammate's up there. So I'd say those are probably the top three guys that I can think of right off the top. I'm sure I'm missing one or two, though.
Speaking of high school basketball in Indiana, you won 2 state championships for Blackhawk Christian. What do you remember most from those experiences?
Yeah, I'd just say the relationships that we were able to build. Obviously, you were there my freshman year, and then it was definitely a very tight-knit group, and we all just really enjoyed being around each other. I'd say those things stayed true throughout all my 4 years in high school, and so that'd definitely be number one.
How did the 2 state championships differ?
Yeah, I would say the first one was more, I was very happy, but I was sad as well because I knew that the seniors at the time were leaving. So it was kind of a bittersweet moment, whereas the second one was more so just happy because it felt like it was a great way to end my high school career and get ready to move on to a future.
You won Indiana's Mr. Basketball Award for top high school player in all of Indiana, joining the ranks of Greg Oden, Eric Gordon, Cody Zeller, just to name a few. What does that accomplishment mean to you?
Yeah, it's definitely very humbling, and it's a very cool blessing. Like you said, like when you look and you see all the guys that won it and see that you're a part of that list, it's definitely a very cool experience.
This summer, you also played for Team USA, U19 for the FIBA World Cup in Latvia. What did you gain from that experience?
Yeah, I think it definitely helps in terms of confidence. You know, when you can make a team like that, obviously I didn't play a ton of minutes, but play and contribute valuable minutes when you're in. I think it definitely helps to build confidence, especially for me, like before I had ever even stepped foot on a college court or played a college game. To be able to do that and compete with some of the top guys in my age group and age level from around the world, I think it really helped me just believe in myself and say like, hey, I'm supposed to be here. You know, I deserve to be here. I have the talent and the ability to be here.
How was the living situation being over there in Latvia, obviously overseas?
It actually wasn't too bad. I think they had us in the nicest hotel in Latvia. And like downtown, it was Riga is the capital city, so that's where we were. So that wasn't too bad. The only problem was that we were in a bubble because of COVID and everything, especially over there. They were very strict. So we had to eat like the same food prepared by the same chefs every day, which it wasn't bad food, but like when you're eating it every day for 2 weeks straight, it gets a little old. So
what was the best food that you had there?
Best food. They had, I'm telling you, they have different honey over there. It's not the same as it is over here. It's like, I think I looked it up. So over here they pasteurize it, and over there it was unpasteurized, and it was the best honey I've ever had. That was definitely the best thing.
Playing for head coach Mark Davidson at Blackhawk Christian, a lot of experience there with him playing at big levels. How has he prepared you for Purdue?
Yeah, he's done an excellent job. Obviously, he's an excellent coach, and I respect him so much. And I'd say that as great of a coach he is, he's an even better person off the court. He's a great leader, a great example of Christ. He's someone that you really look up to, and so he's done a great job just preparing me, not just physically in terms of basketball, but as well as like how to keep a level head, how to not get too high in games, not get too low or down on yourself, but just doing all those other things that most high school coaches probably wouldn't care too much about or take notice of.
What have you asked him about playing in the Big Ten?
Yeah, so we talked, especially near the end of my recruitment. You know, when I was getting ready to make a decision, he gave me a lot of advice. He was all for me going to the Big Ten. He knows like how it is. He knew it was a very physical conference. But growing up, it was my favorite conference to watch, and it's always been his. So he was definitely all for it and knew that it'd be a good fit.
You had offers from Louisville, Michigan State, among others. Why did you choose Purdue?
Yeah, I would say the main thing would probably just have to be the culture. The culture, not just with the guys, but like the coaches and just the community as a whole. It was really just something that I wanted to be a part of and something that I felt that I would fit in well and be able to contribute to.
Step back, deep three. Oh my goodness! Triple time! Jaden Ivey!
You're off to a hot start so far this season. What are your expectations for the team right now this season?
Yeah, we obviously a lot of people have definitely put high expectations on us, and we hold ourselves to high standards as well. And so we definitely want to go as far as we can, but we also just want to take it one day at a time and, you know, stay in the moment. So we want to just try to get better each and every day, playing harder each and every day, playing more selfless each and every day, playing for your teammates more each and every day, just getting better each and every day. I think if we do that, good things will happen.
Freshman or sophomore, I should say. And now, Jard free and taken away. Morton leading the charge over to Furst. And it rolls in for the freshman Caleb Furst.
Purdue has a good track record of building bigs. A lot of bigs come out and potentially extend their career beyond college. How did that factor into your decision?
Yeah, that was definitely something that I looked at. Like, take, for example, Caleb Swanigan, who's also from Fort Wayne. You know, he came there and Painter did a great job with him. And then the way that Travion's developed through his 4 years and the way that Zach Edey has already developed just through, you know, a year and a half. You know, I knew that, you know, what he does works and it's a good system.
Ivy weaves through traffic to the corner. Caleb Furst.
What sort of personal goals do you have?
You know, I just want to be able to contribute in any way that I can. I came in knowing that, you know, we were going to have a really good team and that, you know, most teams probably have 7 good dudes with maybe a couple more man guys, and then after that it falls off. But with us, we have like 12 really talented players, 2 of which are redshirting this year. So I knew that it would definitely be a very competitive spot where you have to like earn your minutes. And so I've just kind of tried to, like I said with the team, but just take it one day at a time for myself and just do what I can do each and every day.
Caleb, I appreciate your time today. Good luck throughout the course of the season. I'll be keeping a close eye on you and the Purdue team.
Yep. Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you for watching another episode of Sports Uncovered. Until next time, I'm your host, Dylan Kearns.